The year is 1920. The young Polish state, barely 2 years after regaining its independence, must fight to defend its eastern borders. Following the initial successes of the Kiev campaign, the Polish offensive stalls and the Polish army is forced to retreat. The Red Army seizes the initiative. Soviet forces under the command of Mikhail Tukhachevsky score a series of victories and advance rapidly towards Warsaw. In the south, Soviet armies under the command of Alexander Yegorov also advance towards Lviv. Let's take another look at the front line. The defense of Warsaw was entrusted to General Franciszek Ladnik's First Army, while in the north, General Władysław Sikorski's Fifth Army was to launch offensive operations along the Kra River. The main attack, however, was to come from a completely different direction by breaking codes. The Polish command had intercepted a Soviet dispatch and learned that the 1st Cavalry Army, instead of coming to Tukhachevsky's aid, was fighting for Lviv. This created a huge gap in the Soviet front. The Polish command had no intention of waiting. The 3rd and 4th Armies of the Polish Army, under the command of Josip Pilsudski, joined forces to form a strike group, whilst the Red Army was engaged in its first battles on the outskirts of Warsaw. The Polish Fifth Army launched offensive operations. The Russians were forced to redeploy part of their forces there. This was exactly what Pilsudski had been counting on. They launched a massive surprise attack, encircling the Soviet armies and cutting them off from their supplies. The Red Army's defeat was total. Around 66,000 soldiers were taken prisoner by the Poles, whilst a further 40,000 or so, fleeing encirclement, crossed the border into East Prussia, where they were disarmed by the German authorities. The Bolshevik offensive ended in utter defeat. This battle completely altered the course of the war.